Hi and welcome to this video, which is for you who grew up with a narcissistic mother. And in this video, I want to talk about something that is really difficult for a lot of people who have grown up with a narcissistic mother and who have felt that they're very different and strange and kind of like an oddball, eccentric, different to other people, that people look at you as if you are, why are you thinking this? Why are you doing that? There's a lot of shame that you develop when you grow up with a narcissistic mother, and this is what this video is going to be about. So, my name is Åse Wegerif and I'm a survivor myself, and I'm also a therapist, and I work with people one-on-one all over the world, helping them with their struggles of being survivors of a narcissistic mother, because this is something that shapes who you are, who you become, who you are, what kind of struggles that you have with you later on, and so on. So you can contact me. You can find my email on this description to this video if you're interested in working with me. So the thing is that when people grow up with having good enough emotional care, when you are in a healthy enough family of origin, then you have parents who are able to see you for who you are, that they don't see you as your narcissistic mother does. She doesn't see you. She only is busy only with herself. There's no two people in that relationship. It's only herself and how she needs you to be in order for her to feel good about her. So it's just a way of using you. But that's a contrast to if you have good enough parents, then you are seen for who you are, you know, your uniqueness, your essence. You get to develop that, and you get, when there are difficulties, you get support, you get help to process things that were difficult, perhaps mistakes that you made, and you learn that everybody makes mistakes. You learn that there's nothing wrong with me and I'm a good person and people treat me well. So you start to feel good about yourself, and you also get help to understand things in the best way for you. Because when you don't have this, the situation having a narcissistic mother is very different. It is that you basically don't have a parent. You don't get loved for who you are. You only get a sort of conditional love, yet she isn't actually able to love, so you never really get filled up with you never get a satisfied feeling, that really knowing that you are loved. This isn't something that you are consciously aware of. You might remember, lots of people who have a narcissistic mother will remember from their childhoods how the depth of despair, darkness, dysphoria, a lot of pain in their childhoods as a consequence of the loneliness, the abuse, and all of this pain that they've gone through in trauma. But the thing is that this sets you up then when you don't get it, when you're not seen, when you go through trauma, when nobody is there to help you with it either, when you are in very emotionally difficult situations, nobody's there to protect you, nobody's there to help you. You might have a lot of these situations since your mother isn't paying attention to you, since she's not there to protect you. Then you don't get that normal mothering, as in a normal mother will like unconsciously, continuously scan the environment of her children without knowing that she does it, and very often over mother and like be over concerned, which can also of course be annoying, but at least the normal mothering is there, whereas you're much more exposed to difficult situations and lacking guidance, lacking help with it. So you get a lot more insecure. You get a lot of find yourself in difficult situations. You find yourself in situations that are overwhelming, situations that you cannot manage, situations where you fail because you don't get a sensitive parent who comes and sees what you're going through and comes next to you and helps you to manage situations. Instead, you are insensitively treated and you're put into situations where you that you can't manage. So there's a lot of episodes of failure. There's a lot of episodes that break that make you feel badly about yourself, that make you feel like you're not good enough, that make you feel that like, why other children manage this and I don't. But you don't understand at that point that other children have a normal parent. Other children have someone who is supporting them behind the scenes. Other children have someone who processes difficult situations with you afterwards, shows their supports and helps you place things right so that you don't end up blaming yourself. So when you don't have any of this and you have a lot of failure and you're very insecure and you're trying to make everyone does that. Everyone tries to make sense of the world and what is going on for them. So you're trying to make sense of this all. And what children often do is, what children do is they take badness upon themselves. It must be me. It must be that I am. It must be that I'm really shameful to my parents. It must be that there's something wrong with me. It must be because I'm too much this or too little that. So there gets to become like a real inner world that is really difficult to live in, that is really wrong, as in nobody comes in and corrects this. This is a child growing up with an internal world of criticizing and accusing oneself and feeling really bad about oneself, feeling insecure and failing the whole time, and never having anyone glance into that world to help them. So when this just piles on, and there's a lot of emotional trauma going on as well, which there is when you have a narcissistic mother, then it just gets too much. It becomes too much. So you really solidify like badness about yourself. You really solidify like having low expectations to others, to how you are supposed to be treated, how you will be treated, how others feel about you. You expect it to be bad. You can't. This is the wounded child inside, and this wounded child can make up a lot of stories that are simply outrageously not true in order to explain all of this that's going on that nobody ever helps the child to explain. And also there can be things like when your emotional needs are not met, when you are always starving, when you are continuously in pain out of hunger for love, then this can appear in different other forms because it's simply not possible for you to get this from your mother. So this can be take different shapes. But food is a sort of natural way for a lot of people to take control with food, to struggle with food, to overeat, to be bottomlessly hungry, body image, to feel like unattractive, unappealing, to feel there's so many things that if you get a child in an inner world and lots of trauma and no one to correct any of this, then our fantasy and our thoughts can go completely. There's no thoughts are endless. They can go in all kind of directions if there's no one that helps a child make sense and to tell a little bit about what's real and what is not. And that is actually what I see as well in therapy. What I'm talking about here is very shameful for people. It's a lot of shame here. But the thing is that this was an innocent, you have this inner child in you that was never to blame. This was never your fault. You are not shameful, you are not, well, you feel that way. It's not so easy, it's not one step like this to get rid of it, but it's part of the process to realize how this all, you can end up feeling like, I'm really odd. You might be so nervous that you start stuttering. You might twitch because you're stressed the whole time. You might miss a lot of learning that other kids learn socially and around other things, simply because you spend a lot of your energy just surviving and being hyperactivated, and so you're missing a lot of the exploration, mastery, a lot of what's going around you that other kids know of. So you end up maybe not knowing things, you end up maybe thinking really badly about yourself, expecting low of other people, feeling like there's something really wrong with you. So you can see that this is an endlessly painful inner world that this child is in. And that is what a person may carry as part of themselves into adulthood and, well, forever. If nothing is healed here, if nothing is done here, hopefully this person then grows up and then meets people who they can start to become aware of what's truly going on, that they have a narcissistic mother, and untangle themselves and like begin to get the truth of this. And so that is why I'm trying to bring to you through this video. If this is you, you're not crazy. It's not you. Even if you feel really bad things about yourself, if only you knew how badly people do feel about themselves, which I do because I'm a therapist and I sit with people and I know how badly they feel about themselves. If you knew that, perhaps you would have more compassion for yourself rather than criticizing yourself and being harsh on yourself, which is the internalized narcissistic mother that you now carry inside, hammering you down, shaming you. So I hope this has been helpful, and if it has been helpful, I'd really love to see you again. So I hope you would consider subscribing to this channel, commenting, and I'd love it as well if you would join my email community. There's a link in the description to join there so that you can step into my world closer to me and get my emails where I talk about different things, about my videos, about more personal things, about advice, about programs and offers that are coming up that I'm working on. So hope this has been helpful. Would love to see you again, and take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.